seen clips of it now and then, but I always flipped it off, so I never really paid any mind to it.
We just was auditioning for a play, Rocky Horror. I figured it would be something scary.
Hello and welcome. Join me as we travel through the past of 24 individuals. We'll look at the high as well as the lows as our young thespians of tomorrow take on one of their most challenging and frustrating theoretical plays they've come across thus far. We'll see the devotion and determination it took to make this play come to life once more.
But first, an educational moment.
We all know Rocky Horror, and some of you may have actually heard of the creator Richard O'Brien, but does anyone really know anything about him? I mean, just who is Richard O'Brien, and what possessed him to create such a campy, freaky, theoretical piece? Or how some like to put it,
I've heard it described as two virgins seduced by a transvestite from outer space. That pretty much sums it up, doesn't it?
Well, that does, yeah.
Let's take a moment back to the 1970s, where you hear it from the man himself as he explains the process that led him to the cult classic Rocky Horror.
For everyone here, I mean, Rocky Horror, where did it come from?
Well, I was an out-of-work actor. I'd been fired from Jesus Christ Superstar. Can't think why. And I went home and I kind of wrote it in spite, in a way. I felt that maybe I was deluding myself, that I didn't have a future in the theatre, and that perhaps I was like a lot of other people, going to be waiting for the phone to ring. And I was asked to do a 20-minute piece for the work people at EMI Studios for their Christmas party. So I wrote a song called Science Fiction Double Feature, which was about the movies that I enjoyed, and I wrote some jokes, and I went out and told the jokes and got them laughing and sang the song. And I used that as a kind of test for myself. If I could work the 15 minutes and 20 minutes and entertain, I'd rethink my journey. Otherwise, I was going to pack up and come back to New Zealand and get a proper job. But it worked, and I used the song as the prologue to writing the musical. And that's the way it went. I went and got a job at the Royal Court Theatre in a Sam Shepard play, and the director was a man called Jim Sharman. And I told him what I was doing and what I was writing, and I thought he might enjoy it. And he came back to my apartment one evening and brought a young man called Richard Hartley with him. And I sang the songs, and I told some of how the dialogue went and how the narrative went and the journey went. And he went away and phoned me about a week later and said, I've been talking, the Royal Court Theatre wants me to do another play, a David Williamson play, an Australian playwright, do a play down in the main house. And I said, I will, but I'll only do it if I can have 3 weeks fun upstairs first. So I won another 2 songs by the end of the week and another 20 pages of dialogue. And that was how it went. And in the June.
And that concludes our session of An Educational Moment. Preparation for the play took months. It took the help of everyone to get the task done. But did you know that this was not the first time the show was attempted? No. The show was originally meant to be up in lights the following fall season. The Halloween season is what they were aiming for, but they were forced to push back productions when Tim, the director, fell ill.
The reason we had to push it back was our director had a medical condition we didn't know about until in the middle of rehearsal process. He set us down on Wednesday and told us everything that was going on with him, and he wasn't going to be strong enough to put on Rocky Horror, and his dream for Rocky Horror, I didn't know, was he's been wanting to do this for like 10 years, I think. So he just wanted to push it back. He didn't want to like try and have Michael or Chris and all try and rush it and all that. So he pushed it back, and then we did a showcase with like Shakespeare and Waiting for Godot with several of the actors in Rocky Horror, just to put on a production that season, because yeah, it was just going to be Rocky Horror that semester. And we pushed Rocky Horror back to April, is what we were going to do, and wait for Tim to get better throughout the fall semester and have it in the spring.
Tim wasted no time after his return. He wanted nothing more but to see his play, Rocky Horror, up in lights. After switching some actors who decided they no longer had the passion to continue, practices began. Practices consisted of 3-hour-long sessions, Monday through Friday, and Sundays were dedicated to the lead singers.
5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look over your shoulder on 7. Again? 5. Yeah. What we need to dance on so 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Out and pop. Step, spin around and out and did.
It's just a jump to the left. And then a step to the right. With your hands on your hips. You bring your knees in tight. But it's a velvet dress that really drives you insane.
I love being in rehearsal. I would way rather do that than go to work, that's for sure. So being here every night only made me happier. It wasn't a strain on me. I mean, some nights, you know, it gets hard, and when you have to learn a whole bunch of information in one night, or, you know, when we go through a lot of scenes in one night or a lot of songs, and you have to learn a lot of blocking, yeah, it does get really tiring, and it's difficult. And, you know, there's so many personalities in the same room that people are getting aggravated and tired, and, you know, they don't feel like doing it anymore. But that's what was really nice about having like Chris and Harry and Idella and Shannon. They're so awesome, and we all really like pushed each other to keep going.
It was, to maintain the voice was definitely difficult. That's where I should get into, yeah. It was really difficult to hold those notes and to find the notes, basically. Because when I first sang the songs, they were just so bland, because I had no idea how to play with music, you know, and everybody else did. But like when Chris stepped into the room and Idella, it's funny how they're pros. They've been doing it for so long or whatever, you know, years, and they're really experienced. So when somebody like that steps in the room, and that had to be intimidating. It's intimidating, but it forces you to take it to the next level. You're like, okay, you know, we gotta go. Let's do it, you know, and you don't try and top them, but you definitely want to be on the same playing field as them.
Well, really, that's no way to behave on your first day out.
Well, nobody's perfect, but I do think you made a pretty good job on the bodywork.
You are the result of many hours of toil. And now, my beautiful creature, you're ready for the ultimate test.
Oh, dear.
But first, meet the family. Riffraff, what do you think?
He's a credit to your genius, master.
Magenta.
A triumph of the will.
Columbia, what do you think?
He's okay.
Okay. Okay? I think we can do better than that. Well, Brad and Janet, what do you think?
Oh, well, I don't like men with too many muscles.
I didn't make them for you! Take Charles Atlas by the hand. In just 7 days, I can...
Well, y'all ready?
Ready? I think somebody's still changing. Hi.
I was a regular Frankie fan, but it was over when he had the plan to start.
And just try them on and see who fits what. Okay. Okay, they'll keep them warm.
Everybody wait till you guys are ready for eyes. We all wave. No, really Brian's
Opening night was a success, clocking in over $3,000. This really could have been the start of something big for Delgado, but unfortunately, where there are people, there are closed-minded people, and those closed-minded people can keep others from progressing in society. That very night, a neighbor reported a sighting over at Delgado Community College. This was the outcome.
It angered me. I was upset. I was pissed off because so many of us put our time and effort into building that stage, and we've been building that stage since last semester, and it was just like for someone to just come and really destroy something that took so long to make and so much work and so much sweat, to just take it away in like one night, that it hurt. It was hurtful, and it was just like, why? That's my question. That's still my question. Why?
I walked up and it was like, you know, smoldering ash. And Tim, I look at Tim, and Tim's first thing he says to me is, "Harry, I told you not to smoke by the stage or whatever." I was like, "Really?"
Wait, who? Tim told you this?
Yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
He can still keep a smile even with that.
Well, but you could tell he was, you know, he was upset.
Whitney then sent me a picture of it, and it was like, you know, she was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe someone did this." And I opened the picture, and that's when I saw like the stage was completely gone. You know, I thought it might have been like a part of it burned, but not like the entire thing that we've been working on since January. So yeah, that was very shocking and sad to see, you know, all our hard work just gone like that.
Upset? Yes. But Tim wasn't about to let this setback keep him from finishing his dream. Tom, Jim, and everyone else felt the same. They all pulled together to recreate yet another stage. A stage that wasn't as significant as the first, but a stage that would manage to get what they needed done. Their biggest enemy was time, with the next performance a week away. Everyone had to put in everything that they had to keep this dream alive. The new stage took 3 days to finish. Once again, nowhere as near extravagant as the first, but it would have to do. Shortly after, another fire was set ablaze, destroying the new stage.
That's when things became really stressful. Like around that time is when I was like, I wish I could time travel to 2 weeks from now and just like get through this period, because it was stressful. Like when that happened, it was, I couldn't believe it.
I was just like, are you freaking serious? I couldn't believe, again, someone tried. So, and then I thought that this time all our hard work again was burnt down in one night, because we had people from like the outside theater too coming around and helping us, and Chris and Mike and all of us from stagecraft and even the cast were trying to build that stage as fast as we could to get our shows up and running. I think we built that stage in like 3 days at least, when we found out that we could have the shows again. So yeah, I think it took us like 3 days to build that stage. So the fact that someone did this again really pissed me off, because now it's seeming like it wasn't an accident, it's intentional. Someone is out to get us and make sure that we don't perform.
And to add to frustration, things weren't going well for one of our lead actors, and he was forced to drop out.
I felt that when the second fire happened, there were I mean, everybody up here, nobody really said anything to Tim, anything like that. It's just amongst the cast themselves. Everybody was like, the place is just end. It's been a headache. It's just ended. I mean, we did 3 shows. I mean, just let it go. It's 1 show left. Just let it go. And I mean, I just recently got a car, so I was trying to find another job to pay for my car. And by spending so much time here for something else to happen, it's like I can't afford it. And I think that's what I said in the text. I can't afford it. It wasn't like I can't do it. I just couldn't afford it anymore. You know, my mom sat down and actually wrote down how much time and how much money was actually being put into the play. And I was basically losing on the end, on the other end. I was losing, so I basically had to choose between the play and my car, and my transportation. It couldn't work.
Tim had no choice but to find another Rocky. A Rocky that was better than the last. A Rocky who was intelligent, charming, and looked good in a one-piece.
Oh my God, Russell was fantastic. That is my dog.
Rocky is like a newborn, like a man-child, and he, that character I feel has like a very innocent, absent-minded, kind of like I'm present but I don't really know what's going on kind of look, and that's Russell. Like when I look at Russell, like that's what I see, like just like a cute, sweet little, like just oh la-di-da-di-da. The great thing about Russell is though is you get to talk to him and he's actually like not like that at all. He's very smart, very intelligent, you know, very aware. He's very aware. But as far as like looks goes, like appearance, you know, it's like he is Rocky.
When I found out Russell was doing it, I was really happy because me and Tony was talking and it was like he should have been Rocky from the beginning. It's like he looks like Rocky. So that's, I was like, it's great.
It didn't take long for the new Rocky to get adjusted, and with the 3rd stage up and running, the only thing that was left was for Tim to convince the Chancellor to start up production again. They had time for one last show, and by that time, everyone was fired up. They were ready to give this last show everything they had.
I just want to come say hi to the camera because I just...
Like nobody ever said.
And you felt alright. It don't seem the same since cosmic life came into my life, and I thought I was left behind. I used to go around with you and listen to the music on the radio. A saxophone blowing on a rock and roll show, and you climbed in the backseat and you really had a good time. Opportunity, my soul. I got a job down to rock and roll. Opportunity is my household. I really go down to rock and roll. Opportunity is my soul. I really go down to rock and roll. Opportunity is my household.
In his mother's side, she tried in vain.
Not the artery, but the vein. But he never caused her nothing but pain.
He left home the day she died. I'm tried from the day she was gone. All he wanted
in the motorbike.
He was a low-down, cheap little punk.
taking everyone for a ride.
And we're at the conclusion of our chapter. I say chapter because even though this is the end, this is just one of the many chapters that our students will face. Each chapter will always be different as they meet new people and go through new experiences as they strive to find their place in the world. They may even find that each chapter is harder than the last. But it is safe to say that without a doubt, with the courage and passion that these students showed in the semester of 2013, they will conquer any challenge that life throws at them. And I feel honored to have been at least one chapter in their lives. And with that said, I wish you all a good day and good night.
I'm hot, you're cold. You go around like you know who I am, but you don't. You got me on my toes. I'm slipping into the lava, and I'm trying to keep from going under. Baby, you don't need to push it harder, 'cause I'm burning up for you, baby. Come on, girl. I feel so fast, can't hold myself back. High heels, red dress, all by yourself. Gotta catch my breath. I'm slipping into the lava, and I'm trying to keep from going under. Baby, who's on the temperature harder? 'Cause I'm burning up for you, baby. Walking the room, all I can see is you. Oh, staring me down. I know you feel it too. I'm slipping into the lava, and I'm trying to keep from going under. Baby, you turn the temperature harder, 'cause I'm burning up you, baby. Slipping into the lava, and I'm trying to keep from going under. Baby, who turned the temperature harder? 'Cause I'm burning up for you, baby.
Burning up in this place tonight. You gotta sing it loud. Get up and dance. Don't try and fight it. Rock for real. Stop, drop, and roll. More and more. I got a JB with me, laying it down. Come on, boys, bring the chorus around.
I'm slipping into the lava, and I'm trying to keep from going under. Baby, who turned the temperature harder?
Come on,
I'm burning up for you, baby. Burning up for you, baby.